Hey, how's it going? All right, I've got this little clip I want to share with you guys about profiling in New York City and how it meshes with the Trayvon Martin case.
Died in 2011
Why you push me that for?
as two undercover officers approached.
Our job's to look for suspicious behavior. When you keep looking at us like that, looking back.
Cause y'all always like stop. I just got stopped like 2 blocks away. Like,
Listen to me. When you're walking the block with your hood up and you keep looking back at us like that, bro, you think you might have something.
It is one of the few
So, what the cop's saying is, you look suspicious. Your eye movements, everything about you looks suspicious. Maybe the kid had a reason to be suspicious because he was afraid that the cops were going to jam him again. That's reasonable. But there's no way for the cops to know that, and they want to get home alive. They don't want a bullet in the back of the head. Is that okay? So the cops in New York are illegally profiling these kids and stopping them, and they're getting really good results. They've reduced crime, violent crime by 25% in the city. They're getting guns off the streets from these violent criminals. And even though they're only getting 1 out of 10 per people that they search, that is huge numbers considering that, if you were to just go and grab people out of the community as a whole, you'd only be getting like 1 in 100. So if you can get 1 out of 10, that's 10 out of 100. That's 10 times the return on the effort. But it's unconstitutional. They can't do it. The point that I'm trying to make with this video is that I keep hearing that the black community feels that George profiled Trayvon, and for that he's wrong. And I disagree. I believe that the black community, specifically the parents of these kids 16 to 19, are the problem. They're the reason that their kids are being profiled. And let me back that up a little bit. Not all, because there's a lot of really good 16 to 19-year-old black kids. I see them all the time in my own area. So, I'm only talking about the ones that are the troublemakers. And like I said, it's only about 1 in 10. So my point is that the people that are angry with George are pointing to the wrong guy. They should be angry with those people that are allowing their kids to cause all this trouble, that are causing the police and others to profile their children, rightfully or wrongfully. It doesn't matter. The point is, if you're getting profiled, how do you stop it? You don't stop it by bitching. That ain't gonna frickin' help it. All that does is make it worse. There's only one way to get the profiling off, to get the stigma off, and that is to stop the activity. So, if you live in a black community and you see black teenagers committing crime and you just turn your eyes away and say it's none of my business, I don't want to be like George Zimmerman and be a wannabe cop, well, then you are perpetrating the problem. And what's going to happen is all these kids that are causing this trouble are going to make it so that your kids are profiled because, unfortunately, the majority of crime is coming out of this very tiny segment of society. Not all crime, majority of crime coming out of a very tiny segment of society. So we're profiling, pinpointing these people, and unfortunately, the good kids get scooped up in the grab. So if you're a parent of a black child or a Hispanic child and you live in an area that there's crime going on and you're not doing anything to prevent it, you're not calling the cops because you don't want to get involved, well, then you just have to live with what you have. That's just your problem because you've created it. That's your bed. Live in it, lay in it. And don't blame us and don't blame George because we look to kids between the ages of 16 and 19 that are typically black in the majority that are causing these crimes. Don't blame us when we profile you. That's just the way it's going to be, and it's going to continue to be that. It will never, ever stop until the black community says, we are going to make it stop, and we're going to stop it internally. We're not going to go out there and yell at all these people and say, you stop profiling us. It's not fair. Because that's bullshit. Of course it's fair. That's the way it is. If you happen to look like the criminals, then you will be profiled along with them. If you don't want to look like a criminal, don't dress like them, don't act like them, Don't walk around with that suspicious look on your face. When you see a cop, don't jerk, don't run. So anyhow, this is the end of the video. I just wanted my main point is the only people that are going to stop profiling of black people is the black people, the community. They have to come together and say, this is the end. And the next time they see a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old committing a crime, they're not going to turn their eyes away. They're going to call the cops. They're going to take pictures. They're going to videotape it. They're going to say, we know that guy, and we're going to call the cops on that guy, and we're going to report. When that happens, you're going to see crime almost disappear in your communities. You're going to have your children back. Your children won't be killing each other. There will be children alive that aren't dying by the hundreds. But only you can do that. The police aren't going to come and take care of you and hold your hand. The rest of the communities, listen, my neighborhood, we're not kill our kids aren't killing each other. All right? So I know it can be done. All you got to do is focus on the kids and don't let them get out of hand. That's it. So, when you do that and you get your little community in order, then you can come to us and complain if somebody's profiling you. But until then, sorry, it's just the way it is. Anyway, good talking to you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.